Hi, and welcome or welcome back. My name is Millie, and this is my Minecraft and Relax series. Here I work on my forever world, and I hope to keep you company whilst falling asleep, or working, or really whatever it is you're doing. You're welcome to join us and stick around as we make some progress. Slowly but surely. Okay, so I have to say that the last episode ended with me reassuring everyone, right, that I was going to find somewhere new. I really wanted somewhere quite specific to build up the world because I have quite a set somewhat idea of how I'd like the village to be. I want it to be somewhere coastal and with a port and some like hills behind it that I can build some builds on. But obviously the first village I found is kind of like that, but it's not connected to the ocean, which was a big thing for me. So we spent some of the last episode, actually probably most of it, aside from just going in shipwrecks, trying to find somewhere new. And I really do want to start with a pre-rendered village. Somewhere that's already existing in the world that I can renovate. I just think that would be nicer as well to kind of put the seed in later and see the transformations that we've made. Previously, I've also mentioned that I really would like a map mod, so like a mini map hub, but I didn't end up installing it. So I thought the best place to start for kind of getting an overview of the world I have without a mod is to go to chunk base. You put your coordinates in and it shows you everything around you. And I put the seed in. I pull up a screenshot that I took. I'm not sure when, like a few videos ago, and it's a screenshot with the coordinates on of me stood outside my house, like the very front door of the cottage, and I put the coordinates into Chunkbase, and it pulls up what looks like a very similar place. It's got the village, the cherry grove across some water, but it's slightly off. It's similar, but it's still different. Like the water connects to the ocean, which I got excited about at first, but when I followed the stream, it was the same one that goes underground and stops. And I like searched up like, is it possible for chunk base to get it wrong? And people were talking about, well, if you're on different versions or there's been an update, stuff like that. But I just decided to take the coordinates from chunk base that I put in from the screenshot and then put them into the game and just teleport myself there. So I teleport there, and it's it's weird because, like I said, it looks similar, but it's still very different. And it's a village that's on the side of a quite a steep drop off that is part of a river that basically immediately connects to the sea. And there's a cherry grove on a island next to it, and it's really really nice. And of course, I feel bad for betraying older first village, but it just I don't know. This is my world, and that's the place. That's where I want to be. So yeah, we're packing up. I'm making a nether portal to the village as best as I can because on chunk base because oh that's the thing I basically missed off a minus on the coordinates. So on chunk base it's got my old village and then directly east is the new village. So I thought, based on the fact that you can travel further in the nether, why not just build a portal going straight east and then try and hit somewhere around the village? And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be building a tunnel, which is not very exciting. But I think it will be a good start. Plus, I will always have a pathway back to my old village. And I think because I'm so dead set on this sort of coastal town, which again, in my mind, like I'm thinking like Baldur's Gate, Port, like it's way too ambitious. But I think it's fine to have big goals that you slowly work towards, and maybe they'll change, and that's fine too. And then I can think about what to do with this old village. And I just realized that I do not have enough obsidian. You know what would be good actually? If I make this not a swamp village, but a village in a forest. It's already quite foresty, but a forest with a lake in the middle. And it's kind of a bit more whimsical, and we have toadstools and stuff. So you go through the portal and you come out into this more whimsical area. Yeah, again, I'm getting carried away with thoughts, my wild thoughts. So, as I'm getting this obsidian, I'm realizing as well that not only do I need some obsidian to finish the portal to get into the Nether, but then of course I have to build a portal to get out. So this unfortunately will not be enough, and I will have to find the lava. And I remember the first time I went into the Nether, when we came out and it put me down here. I remember seeing a horse on fire, and I said it looked burnt. So there is a lava pool somewhere. We will go back first to build the build the Nether portal and just see where it leads us, because there's always a chance that I can pick up some lava from the Nether. We'll just see where it leads us, and then I will head back and get some more. There might be a lava pool closer by. I wonder if there's one by the ruined Nether portal. I can't remember. I know, I try not to light myself on fire. Typical. Of course I did that. And yeah, fingers crossed we get the Enderman Forest, but it's probably unlikely. I think it just started raining. Oh, this is the same place we were before. The Crimson Forest, which I don't dislike, but we have been here before. And I just used the F3 to find out which direction is east. And I guess that's interesting that the Nether portal like flips you around. So now we start the long process of digging. And maybe I should not be using a diamond pickaxe. Isn't there something about stuff in the Nether does more? It degrades your tools more? I might have made that up, but I think it could also be true. Everything in the Nether is worse, right? Like, it degrades your tools, the lava runs faster, you can't sleep. I wonder, I doubt that the blocks are good ASMR, just like the same repetitive like breaking of them. I think the sounds in this game are of course like fantastic, and I watched that video of the guy making all the different sounds. But yeah, hearing the same crunch and pop is probably not very nice. So I'll have to consider if I cover that up with some music, or maybe I even mute it in parts if it gets too much. It's always nice to find other chords. Okay, that's not nice to find. Handled that really smoothly, I think. Okay, I'll have to build a bridge over. I also started to research for a new topic for my other videos where I just like talk about stuff. Like I already have the spruce and the axolotl videos. And I'm not sure how to go about those videos in the future. I don't know if people would like them in this kind of style, but then I have to say that I do try and make the scripts pretty thorough, but they always end up being quite short. And I know that with videos, it does seem to be that longer videos are better, and even I prefer longer videos because it's better to just decide on one video that's over half an hour long than have to watch like a 20-minute video that then you're gonna have to decide again to what to watch after it. So it's so funny. Really, it's just like minimizing decision making. I think we're all just mentally fatigued. Okay, I'm just gonna see how much extra I need. because I'm not sure how much ground I've covered already in the Nether, but it would be nice to maybe make a portal and see how much further I have to go. But yeah, researching is really fun. It's good to learn, and I think learning is something that we should never stop doing. But I think the main thing is you have to be really interested in what you're learning. And I think I'll stick to on Thursdays, we have the Forever World video, like this series. And I need to find lava, but I know the Crimson Forest had lava. Is there any chance that some of it could be stagnant? Because I know you can't pick up moving lava. Okay, this all looks very moving. Now, can you do the same trick with water, where you make a 2x2 and you put like one bucket in one corner and the other in the opposite, and you have infinite water? Does that work with lava? We're about to find out. Well, this is... I suppose if I could get it to flow in here, maybe it would stop. Since I can't pick it up. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay, this might be not possible. But you know what? I'm glad I tried it. I'm just making it a lot worse. Maybe we'll just stick to the lava on the surface. And everyone knows the best way to put out fire is by jumping on it. I think I'll just head back. I think lava pools are pretty common, so maybe we do run into one. Okay, nobody saw me just waste a lava bucket like that. None of you did. Let's go and see the crispy horse and try and find that lava pool again. I mean, it would be a shame not to build around the mountain with the hole in it. That's very cool. Or even, you know, like an underground city, an underground village. That would be interesting. I've never built underground before. But speaking of underground cities, and even last time I was talking about how it would be nice to have a horror element to this game a bit more. I mean, I keep on getting horror mods on TikTok, and I don't think I would do very well with them, but it would still be interesting. I love that kind of stuff. But it reminds me of that underground city from that. I guess it's like a creepypasta kind of video, and the channel's called Wifeys, and yeah, it was like a Minecraft creepypasta of like there's something behind like that big door at the end, and someone was following them, and I genuinely I hadn't seen anything like that before. I know of Hero Brian, but I was not playing Minecraft when that sort of stuff was around. But yeah, I thought that was like really really interesting to watch. Like I think that concept is great. You're basically writing short stories in Minecraft, and then I guess people can also play on the world potentially. But yeah, having a horror mod that interacts with you as well would be pretty cool. I really like when games that are really happy, right? So like Minecraft is, I mean, I've said this before, I think it's harder than it looks, and it can be really scary, especially with the warden. That whole thing, I love it. I think they should add so much more like that, but it really does kind of offset how charming Minecraft is. But I think sometimes it's really fun to be like unsettled. It's like I really liked the there's like Animal Crossing horror stuff. It's kind of messed up. I hope actual children don't watch that and get scared, but it's a funny concept. And yeah, even thinking back to that video, the uh, the the creepypasta one, I don't remember if there was like an entity at all, or if it was just like a psychological horror thing. Because I know someone said as well like playing on peaceful is a horror, but I don't know whether they meant more so in the way that like that sounds like boring or not interesting. But if you think about it, like when you are alone and there is no monsters, and maybe you're used to hearing them, you still like your brain still keeps on the lookout for them. Ooh. So yeah, sometimes it can be a bit eerie when you're by yourself. But even aside from horror stuff, I think there's so much in Minecraft that I have missed out on because I haven't played it for years. I've mentioned before that I used to play in creative when I was younger, and I only just beat the game in December, and I haven't played on survival by myself before, so yeah, I don't know a lot of different mechanics and stuff like that, and I don't think I'd be very good, but there's so many challenges that I see that look so interesting, and it is really testament to how strong communities make a game so much more than it is. I mean, Minecraft is fantastic, but the way that people develop on the game and kind of make their own fun when the game gets, a little tiring is really nice. Also, I love the fireflies. I love putting those under like a moss carpet so you still get the particle effects. Really, really nice. Oh my god, the donkey was loud. That donkey's been there for a while. But I know there is the one block challenge, which don't understand that. I haven't done research into it. But how do you how do you do anything with a block? Surely you must get some kind of like starter items, right? And now we can continue in the tunnel, in the nether ending tunnel. But it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna look so different. It really doesn't actually look that different, but it's fine. I may as well make some quartz blocks. And you'll notice I have charcoal. I don't really know the difference between charcoal and coal. I mean, I know coal is in charcoal, but do they have different uses in the game? I feel like every time I farm coal, I always think I have so much and I go through it so quickly. I end up just using like wooden stairs for firewood. Now we go back to the mines. Okay, it's a bit of a clearing. Oh, I think I see. I think I see a new friend. I have to rescue the happy ghasts. I have to. I don't know why they're there. I even love the normal ghast. I think they're really funny. I love the sounds that they make. They're just sad. You know, if there's a happy ghast, it implies the existence of a sad ghast. And well, clearly the one in the Nether is not very happy. I wish I could take them too. And it is funny when people take take the regular ghast out of the Nether, but I don't think there's any reforming to be done. And I'm a pretty strong defender of the happy ghast sounds. I think they're cute. And even if they do mind you, of course you can put the mob sound down. But okay, I'm gonna do my best impression. Yeah, I mean I have many talents. It's kind of crazy. I'm kidding. Please recognize the sarcasm. It would be great if I could just do the water bucket method, but I know that that doesn't work in the Nether. But I would like to. Oh, that was quite a farful. And the floating. I would like to get better at using the water to break my fall. And I say better, but I don't really mean better because I don't think I've ever done it successfully. And hey, 2 for 1. I'll take this one home too. I wonder if the bone structures that are around the ghasts, the dried ghasts, are skeletons of big ghasts that have passed away, and they leave a small dried one in their place. Maybe, but there might also be actual confirmed lore that I'm not aware of. But isn't it nice to speculate? And then soul sand as well. I think soul sand is actually a really cool block because I think it's quite scary. I mean, I know it makes you slower, but the sounds and the faces, it's like just creepy enough where you can make out the faces, but it still looks natural enough, like it could just be a regular stone. And now we add another build to the list, a happy ghast stable? Maybe not stable. Not even enclosure, I don't want to say that. I don't want to keep them enclosed. Just a station, maybe. I'm sorry that this episode isn't very exciting. And I did consider editing most of this out, but you know, if I have to do it, so do you. That's not. I don't mean that, but I wanna edit as minimally as possible and kind of document everything. So this is just like the filler episode in an anime. We're just gonna eat ramen and I'm gonna dig a tunnel. But I think pretty soon I will be able to make a portal and have a little bit of a look around. Because I think we have to be somewhat close now. And still no Enderman forest. New ASMR sound. Switching it up a bit from netherrack to sand. Oh, okay. This is promising. I think I'm gonna look for a space to make the portal. This sort of very minimal ambient music it's really nice. It's a mix between uneasiness and calm. And it also kind of reminds me of blueprints. I think the portal will be made here. And I didn't even set myself on fire this time. I'm getting stronger. Okay, long load times. Jungle. I'm gonna refer to the chunk base website to see whereabouts we are in the journey, and I'll put the journey on the screen to show you our start point and then where we're trying to get to. But it looks like we have to keep going. And now we have to pack up and do it again. I don't know how podcast like I'm allowed to be on these. I mean, I know I can say whatever, but obviously it's nice to just talk about Minecraft since that's mainly why we're all here. But I know some of you might not even be watching what's on the screen, so it could be an opportunity to talk about, yeah, like other games that I'm playing, shows or movies I've watched, or even books. Because I maybe said this before, but yeah, that's kind of my thing. If I'm reading a book, I love to tell people about the book I'm reading, but I can't just tell people what they want to hear. I have to give the background information and the context. I think now I'm saying that I've definitely said that before. So if I start reading a new book, it would be fun to kind of tell you the synopsis so you don't have to read it. But I don't know if that sounds interesting or not. But I've kind of been holding books as a reward for myself because I'm very I don't know about addictive personality, but I'm very if I like something, I find it really hard to stop doing it. So if I really like a game, I remember when Baldur's Gate 3 came out. I've said before it's my favorite game ever. I love it so much. I will always sing its praises. But when the game came out, I had a week off of work because I was dog sitting, and I played that game for I'm not even joking, like 14 hours a day. And I hope I'm amongst other gamers here. Gamers, we are gamers, and that's not shocking, but I'm kind of like that with books as well, where I find it really hard to stop. I will like not sleep just to read the next chapter, even though reading is great, right? It's fantastic for the mind. It's not great for my productivity. Most of the time, I want to read fiction, which is like fantasy, because again, like games, I use books to escape the monotony of life. So I may end up reading a book that some of you might not be that interested in, but I don't know. Maybe people want to hear it anyway. It seems like my world has endless crimson forests. That seems to be the main biome I'm coming across. To be honest, I've never used the wood to make a build before. Maybe a red house could be on the cards. But speaking of games, I definitely haven't been playing a good variety of games. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, both on videos and then not for videos. And I play a lot of Overwatch now, which I mean, I used to play Overwatch years ago. And honestly, if you know Overwatch, you'll know that they added a cat character and they have a jetpack. And that is 100% the reason I started playing again, because I love that character so much. So that's been fun. And honestly, I used to play a lot of League of Legends, and playing Overwatch instead of League of Legends is actually, I think it's been good for me because the games feel lighter, there's less pressure, it's less like one mistake can ruin the whole game, and it's kind of nostalgic for those years ago. But yeah, it's nice to have a multiplayer game. Okay, so is it better to build the portal on this side or keep going for some extra distance? Then I get to make a cool scary bridge that I might die from. So let's go with that option. I think as well this video will be shorter than most other ones, but it just means that next time more stuff will happen because the bar is very low. And this is the spot. Wait, that's the village. And this is the cherry island. Okay, I think I did overshoot it slightly, but now I'm wedged between two optional villages. And I think this is a really good place to start next time. I'm sorry that this episode didn't have the most going on, but I do hope you join me in the next one where we start exploring and start setting up again. This time for sure. Okay, see you next time.